Hi. Okay, hi again. Virgo season. We're gonna just jump right in. We're gonna do a collective reading, or rather, we're gonna work through all the signs in one big chunk. Because this month I am busy and I love it. It feels good. I feel like I haven't been in this kind of zone for a couple years, and it feels so good to be back in the zone. So we're gonna choose. A few years ago, we chose records. Do you remember? So we're gonna choose a song for everybody, and then we're gonna choose two cards. Let's see. We're gonna start with Virgo. Okay, you have Rainbow by Cage the Elephant. It says, "Let's lay it all out. Lay it all on the table." Okay. You lift me up when I get down. You got me floating like a rainbow. So maybe a rainbow will be important, Virgo. Also, why not being lifted up in your birthday time, right? Let's see what your cards are, Virgo. Happy birthday. Oh my god, I love you so much. What are your cards? Okay, so beautiful, actually. Very positive. This is like wise decision making. I feel like you as a person, your kindness, I heard maturity, I heard your steady mind, right? is really helping to make things happen. Interesting. Let's see what's with that. Mars is squaring you, so you don't want to go too fast with anything this month. Say in ways of decision making, like, for instance, if you didn't feel that solid about it, I wouldn't jump. I wouldn't jump. Like, take your time. We actually already recorded your reading, but I didn't have time to do everybody's. But you had this message about be kind, please unwind. So maybe just a little bit of that throughout the day may be good for you. You know, like when you get home from work, things like that. I also feel as if whatever you've been doing, I feel like relationships are just good, Virgo. Again, we have this card of kindness, and she is connected to wisdom. So, like, even, for instance, even if something was an emotional decision, we're like, wow, this means a lot to me emotionally, it's still coming from a place of wisdom. I like that for you. If for some reason you get blocked, where you're kind of like where you're trying to do something, and for some reason, you know, I just saw like where a page wouldn't load, or you lose electricity or something like this. It's kind of outside of you. It starts raining, right? Just hold up. Take it as a blessing to rest, okay? I gotta grab something. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. You know, I feel a little bit rushed. Not a fan of that energy. In one way, it means we're excited about something. I mean, it's your birthday, for goodness sake. I guess, well, what is your birthday time? Let's slow down a minute. Your birthday time says it's on your watch. It's your timing. It's about you. This month is about you, Virgo. Hi, Ricky. What are you doing, dingus? I love you, Thaddeus. Yeah, it's about you. right? Can't see that rainbow if you're not outside. All right. So basically, let's reel this back in. I feel like you're making the right decisions, and you're coming at them or working with them more instead of at. Rather, the decision and you is in a flow. If, again, for some reason, there's some kind of impasse, just hold up. Take it as a blessing. Okay? Take it as a blessing. You'll get there. It's kind of like divine, the Spirit's with you, helping you with the divine timing of things. Okay? And I'd assume you're very happy. If you're kind of concerned, how is this going to turn out, or how XYZ. I heard, don't you fret, don't you worry. Okay? Let's move along. Okay? So, what are we at? 202? Libra. 202. Alright. Oh, plus 202. Whoops. Just double checking my math here. Alright, Libra, what's your song? Let's see. Just a second. Let's scroll it. Libra. Oh, you got Lay Me Down by the Dirty Heads. It says, well, this is how it starts. Two lovers in the dark. What else? Well, it's almost your birthday, right? Happy early birthday, those of you who are cuspers. It says they were finally free to find a place to lay their heads. And when they finally did, he looked at her and he said, I said, I think we can stay here because I feel our time has come. We can walk down to the ocean and sit with the rising sun. So unpack your bags this instant. No more running from town to town. Now that we've arrived safely, baby, you can lay me down. Alright, cool. So if you're in a relationship, romantically, I guess maybe there's more intimacy there. I feel you... Oh, I love your cards together. This is so good. So we have a successful mood here. That's a very successful mood. A mood's always an interesting card to me. But let's see what that's with. Okay, so your mood's gonna tell you... Oh, right, I'm in the mood. Oh, we're in the mood. Oh, I'm not in the mood. What mood do you want to be in? Libra? What mood do you want to be in? I could see that someone's a little bit on alert. So if you've been putting anything to the side too much, or there's too much on your plate, you may be a little bit on high alert where the mood could kind of get a little prickly. If it does, then I need you to know that you don't have anything to be afraid of. Okay? You've already accomplished something really good. With this success card, to me, is you've already completed something. Therefore, you are in success right now. So I want you to feel mood. I want you to feel successful, right? Sometimes it's hard. We think, especially as a cardinal sign, right? You're exalted in Saturn. You're gonna say, I'm not ever successful, because there's always more to do. You're right about that. But you can also... I just saw someone lean back and be like, wow, I don't have anything to worry about. So for some of you, I heard, please try that. Please try that, right? Because remember, especially Libra rising, this is a resting time for you. If you're not Libra rising, it's your Virgo energy has a lot going on, right? The Sun, Venus, Mercury. There's a lot happening there. And they're all about perfection, and so are you. So you could overdo that a little bit. So I heard reel back. Remember, things don't need to be perfect to be good, to be successful. Okay? And actually, don't you get stressed? Interesting. I heard, don't you get stressed out when you're about to win? Oh my God, do you remember we mentioned that old reading? Ready to win? Ready to win? Do not slow yourself down because you don't feel deserving. Right? Go back to the reading we just did. Next level available, feel deserving. Okay. 1 second. What do we got? 650. Scorpio. Let's see your cards, Scorpio. Okay, some of you are stressing a little bit about money. How can you be more prudent? Or if you've been being really tight about something, I feel like you can loosen that up. If you go over your finances, organize them, right? We're in Virgo time, you're a sextile. This is a very helpful time to you. Put your finances in order. Just go over everything. What do you have in cash? What do you have in your savings account? What do you have in your business account? What do you have in, how much is your mortgage right now? Can you get a better rate on that? If you have a car payment, can you check in and see if you can get, a better rate maybe? I saw someone consolidating things. So if you do that physical thing, this could even be just organizing paperwork. Like I heard some of you have really old paperwork somewhere in your house that's like 12 years old. Get rid of it. Burn it. Shred it. You don't need it. I don't think this could be notebooks, but like more personal things, but I think it's more like weird old pay stubs or stuff like that. Could also go over, I know it's very financial for you, it's kind of interesting, it's just the cards that came out. There could also be something going on with your partner. If I see a male here that could also be stressed out. So this could be your husband, it could be your dad, it could be your uncle, something like your brother. Something like that might be a little bit something going on there. We're talking really fast too. That's this nervous card. Okay, this energy here is a brainwave. And sorry, I got a second job and been working landscaping, so my hands are dirty. I'm happy actually to have the earth so close to me. You know what I mean? But look, these waves right here are brain waves. This nervous energy is anxiety and sexual energy. Remember that they're the same, okay? It's weird, but it's true. Let's roll down. I heard the windows and pick a song for you, Scorpio. Oh, Running Down a Dream by I love Tom Petty. Oh, wait. Fucking love Tom Petty. Okay, so let's read these lyrics. It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. Trees flew by. And me and Del were singing Little Runaway. I was flying. Sorry, I heard something weird. I felt so good, like anything was possible. Okay? And I love this, running down a dream that would never come to me. Right? And maybe that's a part of it. It's like, say wherever you're at. I heard it's obviously in line with what you want. Right? Okay, we'll leave it like that. But maybe some of you just need to organize something like, where am I putting my energy? You know, it's, and I know it's easier said than done. Like, I've been working, let's have a chat, Scorpio, I love you. So I've been working on this huge project. I got another job. I gotta take care of the house and myself and the pets and all the things, right? It's just like, there's so many things. I gotta get my catalytic converter fixed in my car. You know, all the things. And I'm so happy that I have the energy to do it and the money to do it. But it's like, once it goes in, it goes out. But even the project part that I've been working on, that's kind of like my own fun zone, that's not exactly like responsibility, it still has stress around it because I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to make this dream happen, right? But my homie corrected me the other day. He's like, you know, when you're creating something, he's so Piscean, it's beautiful. It's like, when you're creating something, you want to create from a place of happy, right? And sure, sometimes we gotta shift gears and like make ourselves get there, because if we're running down a dream that would never come to me, it's like, well, we gotta do it then, you know? And you can do it any way you want. Ooh, but I never thought about that. Hold on. Something about the solstice. Solstice time. If Leo is I want, and that's a square to you, let's just talk about this for a second. That means sometimes what you want takes you doing something that you don't want. You know? Or it's kind of a hard corner, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Let me pick one more for you. Organize. I'm telling you, I feel like some of you need to clean up some old stuff. I don't know if you have an attic or a basement or like a garage. Again, old folders or something. It's remember, you taught everybody that objects hold power, right? So I heard maybe some of you need to strum your guitar, or maybe I saw someone playing a violin, or getting behind the fridge. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna give time to everybody, even though I feel like I could talk to you forever. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Sagittarius. Okay, here's an exercise for you during this month. This is Virgo season. It's a square to you, right? So it's a little bit of a corner. No big deal. Okay, when the moon... I heard pay attention to the moon. Some of you, we've talked about this. Some of you have strong Cancer or moon energy, right? The moon confuses you a little bit. I think Capricorn might confuse you a little bit too. When you are confused, just be honest about that. When you don't understand, that's confusion, right? It's not clear to me right now. I don't know what to do. And I heard next. Oh, okay, I love it when it word plays. So I don't know what to do. All right. Switch position. What's next on my list? I don't know what to do with this. What can I do with that? Now, this isn't suggesting that you just go this whole month so that you don't give yourself time to shed a little bit. And if for some reason, I heard, just be honest about how you feel, Sag, this month. You know, it could just be like, for example, you know, I heard, I don't understand why they do that. Okay. That's okay. You don't have to understand everything. I know you love to learn, but like Scorpio's taught everybody, not everything has an answer. Sometimes we don't even want to know the answer. Okay? Sometimes we don't need to know why that person acts like that. But for your own sake, your one-on-one relationships right now need honesty. I heard, how do you express your honesty? Softly and slowly. Maybe for some of you that's hard. I would also say if you're talking to men particularly, I really anybody, I guess, we'll make it general. You're not looking at the same thing that you were before. And maybe that's the thing, is like something has changed in a way and you're trying to figure it out, right? Maybe that's the way to approach it. Instead of being like, you need to do this, or I don't know what's going on. It could be more of a, well, you have this card of observe, and I feel as if maybe other people are looking at things differently than you. Remember, soft, slow, you hear that wind? Soft, slow honesty. Just practice that this month. And as you are such a verbal sign, try to be more in your body, like below your head when you're speaking. Try to bring it down here, right? Like heart-centered here. My whole body just got warm thinking about like being in there versus up here, okay? We'll make the lesson simple, Sash. Okay. Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Alright, this is a trying time to you. Wonderful. Let's see what your cards are. Okay, so you're meant to defend your progress right now. Partially. I'm seeing a Seven of Wands energy where it says, I heard no one's going to take me down. No one can take from me what I have built in myself. Especially in ways of, and this is my favorite card. Do you see that? That's a zoomy hair. This card of integrity is one of the highest cards you could get in this deck. If you've had any negative energy around you, it's slithering away. Remember, it's interesting. Wherever there's integrity, we're going to use these keywords. Wherever integrity has been, because there's progress within integrity. So again, this is someone who understands where they stand. They know their moral standing. They know their spiritual standing or religious standing. It doesn't matter. Whatever your, it's not just opinions. It's like, because this isn't trying to have anybody else like understand or know or be what you are. But it is that people respect you because you're not forcing anything upon someone, but you're also not going to take any shit. You know what I mean? Okay. We'll take that. The hawk is also close by. The birds may be just giving you messages in general. Like I would pay attention if they're around. This is someone being really in tune. Something about like where they are. And I really feel like you've been doing it right. Somebody's been doing it right here. Because a person was going about it kind of the hard way. And then they realized... Well, I actually heard you should never really feel like you got to defend yourself. If there's integrity, why would we ever need to do that? So maybe if you're dealing with somebody else and they get real uptight... for whatever reason, this is, I guess, just a life lesson. Like, if someone gets, like, wicked defensive about something, it's like, okay, dude, like, and moving along. Right? Because you're a super duper helper. Right? We've been learning this for a couple years now, boundaries and where and when to put your energy and how to be respected for all of your beautiful time and effort. You put your integrity, again, and you put into things. So, I need you to know also, I guess, that you are safe and loved and protected. That might just be something you want to repeat to yourself this month. And you know what? I heard you're allowed to be a little bit gritty if you need to be. Like, in a sense that you're raw. Oh, remember the old reading? I am raw, well done, and burnt to a crisp. That was like 5 years ago. Right, so actually, the more laid back you are, I feel as if the easier things will... Right, because progress just means forward. And maybe that's the thing, is some of you are separating from that, or it's something is just like going in different directions, you and whatever else that isn't suiting for you. And it's kind of a person being aware, like, oh, all right, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I don't need to go over here again and convince somebody else that they need to be walking, they're doing the wrong thing. It's like, you know, Pluto's going back in your sign, things like that. Good. I like that Hawk is with you too. You have enough of something also. Like, a person knows how something works, so they're not putting all their eggs in one basket either. They're really approaching it with intelligence. Right? You have secret knowledge. You're good. You're good. Let's see. Alright. We're going to move along. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, so you are meant to... Oh, wow. Wow, just a second. Something so beautiful to you this month. Someone's very impressed with what you've built in yourself. Wow, you have such good cards. Just a second. So these cards are light. They're both, there's light and shadow in here. So you have the card of abundance. That's another really high card, just like Capricorn had with integrity. It's all the kinds of abundance, though, you know. It's material abundance. Sure, like my fridge has food. Thank the good Lord, right? I have food and I have a house. I have a body. I can see this. I have family, right? Someone's power is also very inspiring to you. This could also work the other way. But I feel like the cards here are more you. So I need you to know that you are stable, that you have enough for something, and that you are very inspiring. Okay? Your ancestors or your ancestors' family, they also want you. I saw someone looking up. Put your chin up. There's also red berries. Your maturity is really attractive. Like how you handle things, how you take care of your body. I mean, I heard you don't got to be we're not talking about being perfect. We're just saying, like, I'm seeing more of a... Oh, someone's actually inspired by the long road. The long road. Someone could also help you financially, or you could help someone financially right now. I almost feel like that would be fine. You know, sometimes you don't want to let people borrow money or something like that, but I feel as if someone here is comfortable enough to again, I heard you're inspiring. Oh man, I forgot the song for Capricorn. You're inspiring. Let's see what your song is, Aquarius. Okay. Just a second. This is like old Red Hot Chili Peppers. I want the lyrics. I'm sailing. Okay, so maybe you know a sailor. Okay, this is important. You're ruled by Saturn. It says, should have been, could have been, would have been. We don't want those. It says, look at me, can't you see? All I really want to be is free from a world that hurts me. Maybe some of you finally found relationships that are more suiting. I think this is a human thing, but I saw it specifically, like, when you used to think that love was pain? Like that which loves me is... Oh, I'm being reminded today when I was working. I had to weed. I was weeding, and when we were little, we had a really big garden, and I remember we used to have to weed it, and when I was little, I didn't appreciate it. Weeding the garden, stacking the wood, doing the things. I didn't appreciate it. I felt like I was forced to do it, like, I gotta work for this. I don't even get to be a kid. But that kind of direction, although, well, we don't have to get into it, but that kind of direction and example really helped me in my work ethic. It really helped me with my intelligence as an adult, how to take care of myself in really basic ways as an adult. And so, I guess if you're a parent also, your children are very inspired by you. I guess this is also just being inspired by our parents. How are you inspired by your parents? Like, how have they... What did they teach you about stability? What did they do to help you be where you are now? Give to me sweet, sacred bliss. Maybe some of you need to reinforce that you are abundant, that you are inspiring, that you are stable, no matter where you are. And if you're looking to build upon that, this card is that which you have and that which you want to build, then who is it that's doing what you are trying to do? Maybe you can be inspired by them. Some of you, this may be paying somebody, for counseling or for some kind of assistance. But because this could also be the kind of thing where you spend money to make money. Like you put in energy and you get something back. So I guess we're rolling over here. Okay, we're going to move forward. Pardon me, Pisces. You always get burpy. Pisces. It's because the Spirit's so strong with you. Let's see, Pisces. Okay. Sometimes you feel like, I am so protected. I am so surrounded by Spirit. Spirit loves me so much. It's within me. It's around me. It's coming out of me, And sometimes we feel as if we're a fish out of water. This is showing me Saturn and Pisces. Also, Venus. Venus and Virgo. Okay. Oh, I see. I forgot. Happy opposite birthday. So Pisces, remember that the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Vesta are all across from you. So if you want to pick up the telephone, hello. If you want to pick up the telephone, some of you need to pick up the telephone, I guess, and call somebody. Don't hide yourself away. I heard if somebody calls you, pick up the phone. If you haven't talked to somebody in a while, pick up the phone and call them. Sometimes vulnerability is actually a shield, like a protection shield. That's good. And I need you to know that even when you're scared, sad, embarrassed, nervous, again, you feel as if you were a fish out of water, God is always with you, Pisces. Spirit is always, always with you. Interesting. Let's see one more on this. Comfort. Maybe that's something. It was just 34 on the clock. Maybe that's something that brought some of you comfort. Maybe you need to remind yourself of that. You know what I mean? And I know sometimes it's hard, but Saturn and Pisces, maybe some of you have that. It's also transitorily. On the positive end, Saturn is giving you, remember, a boat in the ocean. I know it doesn't always feel like that. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's, because we're meant to try new things, right? This is actually the new moon. You're better at your job than you think that you are. Or if you're wondering how your superiors feel about you, like say you catch them and they're not always, smiling or something, doesn't have anything to do with you. Other people, you catch a person I heard, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't let that affect you too much. Okay? There are people who have your back. I heard if you let people know where you're at, they're on your team. Okay? That which isn't, very easy. Some of you could have issues with Scorpio right now. Just this card is that. So, but you already know. If you have issues with anyone, Scorpio just meaning like if there's anger, or that's where this standard thing comes from. It's like if there's any kind of that energy, I need you to know that you are safe and loved and protected. People, again, God is always with everybody all the time. Whether they recognize that or not, feel that or not, another story. But I heard it doesn't make it any less true. I think some of you do need to smile more. I don't know if this is watching a funny movie, watching a comedian, you know, making a joke, laughing at yourself. Being like, man, I'm a fish out of water. I don't know. Sag talked about this. It's kind of like okay, it's cool. All right, I guess it kind of went quiet, so we're gonna leave it like that. Okay, Aries. Hi, Aries. Let's see, Aries. What are your cards? So you may. Let me see. These cards are interesting combination. So there's a pot. Oh, good problems. Good problems. I don't think you're surprised by anything right now. How do I explain this? This is kind of trippy. Hold on, Aries. Objective. Oh, so you're meant to. The challenge may be to think about something a little bit differently. You may be surprised what kind of thoughts come to you. Could be epiphanies or ideas that come to you in dealing with challenges in a creative way. If you can, try to challenge your mind this month some way, somehow. If you have this particular perspective, this is what you believe. And that's really like settled in some way. Then try to look at the opposite of that. Or maybe it's the conversation has been the same for a while, so how can you switch it up? Right? How can you switch it up? I feel as if you're dating, you have this thought, which is like a love, it's a love card. Oh, someone wants to go and like maybe there's like some kind of surprise that happens. If things have been stagnant, again, you got to switch it up some way, somehow. Plan a date. Tell your friend, that friend you haven't seen in a while, and I know you got a lot on your plate, but maybe someone surprises you and they're like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And might be like, I don't got any plans. And be like, oh, you want to meet up Saturday? And be like, what are we doing? And be like, I don't know, we'll find out when we get there. It's kind of that sort of thing. Interesting energy. What's this with? I mean, oh, maybe you're meant to challenge someone else's thinking, too. You know, maybe you're having a conversation with someone and you might ask say you ask a question, right? It could be someone you've known for a long time, doesn't matter. It's like, say you ask a question, you may be surprised by someone's answer. You know, and I do think if you're dating or married, like somebody needs to go on a special date. You know, like go do something different. Go do something different. If you're single, you know, again, go hang out with your homies. Do something different. Switch up. You're meant to switch up something here. All right, it keeps repeating, so we're gonna leave it like that. I gotta split this up. Hold on. Hi, Taurus. All right, what's going on, Taurus? Let's see for you for... Ooh, nice. Oh, I like that. Okay. You're headed in the right direction. Okay? Your direction right now, Taurus, is for you to put yourself in a place of authority. This could just be you making decisions for yourself. If you can, I heard, try and see where your decision also affects someone else. If it does, be patient with that. Someone's also trying to be patient with you if I heard you're being a little stubborn. Whoever's being stubborn, someone's trying to be patient. Someone's trying to be patient. I do feel as if, though, someone needs your direction, Taurus. Right? You're ahead of the curve. You know things that other people don't know. We've talked about this. I heard again, you're headed in the right direction. Look to Saturn in your map. This is about self-authority, though, really. And you know, I see. Those of you who are a very passive Taurus, which is natural to you, you're ruled by Venus. Once you start, I heard, gaining more of your own confidence, people may be surprised by that. They may say to themselves, wow, you don't usually take up that position. But I don't feel as if anyone is offended by this. They're actually impressed. They're like, whoa, Taurus doesn't usually do this. So you must be doing something different than you've been doing before. And if you, like Aries said, if you've been doing the same thing for a while, like the way you function, try as much as you can, again, not to be redundant, but try as much as you can to step yourself up. You're meant to be a leader in some way. Not in control of everybody else, just leading, right? I always think about geese when it comes to leadership. You know how they fly in a V? The one in the front just takes up that turn until it's tired, and then another goose comes to the front, the other one goes to the back, and then everything moves along its clockwork. Now, if you've been taking up more of, again, a position of authority, again, some kind of definitive action, you're like, yes, this is what I'm doing, I am doing, this is what we are doing, I'm making the plans, or some way or another. Well, I heard people are surprised by your strength. It's very attractive, if you're wondering. It's very attractive. I heard your boss pays attention. Your girlfriend thinks it's hot. Your boyfriend thinks it's hot. Like, it's attractive. Because you're never going to come at it like a dick, right? Because you're not that. You're a sweet, loving person. You're gentle. Interesting. I would also say if you have your boss or someone that you see in a position of authority, someone you trust to talk to, someone you trust for their opinion, whoever this may be, if you have any questions about where you're meant to go, like, say you already have it in order, I'm going here, I want to do this, and for some reason you have something you can't see, or it's whatever, you have also an authority figure that's very sweet and grounded that can help you. This could be someone older than you or someone that you just think is wise. So beautiful. What good energy. Definitely look to Saturn. Capricorn energy, Aquarius energy. Feels more Capricorn because it's more earthly to me right now. Interesting. There's also a really beautiful, and any kind of symbiotic relationship you have right now, there's something really beautiful there. But again, you're supposed to be patient with them, and they're supposed to be patient with you. So maybe you just want to vocalize where you're at. If for some reason you're just, because I feel like you're also a doer, you don't always talk about it, you just kind of think and then do. Maybe you need to explain yourself a little bit more. That might be part of the authority, is just speaking, your thoughts, or again, what your plans are that day, that week, that whatever. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Good reading. I'm happy for you. I love when you're confident. So does everybody else. And independent. Very important. Gemini. I heard don't worry about what other people think. I don't feel like most Geminis do. Half the time. Okay, so you're meant to create, this is a square time to you, right? You're meant to create positively. Who talked about this? Sag? Scorpio. Okay. What's that one about? Mars is in your sign. So I heard you want to pay attention to your mind. Okay? Sometimes they can put a person in warrior mode when they're not in a positive space about something. It can make people, I heard, paranoid. What is he looking at? Whoa, did you see that? Okay, it's like what we think, we find. What we think, we find. If we think, man, that person's gonna fuck me over. Well, I heard, are you sure? Whoever's calm in the situation, let's take this as you in a positive way. The more poised you are, which means calm, patient. I heard, please watch Sagittarius. Calm, patient, peaceful. Some people may not like that about you. Not that you can't be excitable. We're not talking about that. You can be as bright as the sun if you want to be. You can create any kind of art. You can create the life that you want. So I guess if we're talking to a lot of people, so if you got somebody in your life or people in your life that for some reason don't like that you're happy, Gemini, with Mars in your sign, I would say it's not worth it to try to go sting them. You'd only be stinging yourself, right? What do they say? What's that Buddhist say? You know, like anger is a, you know, is a poison, and when we're mad at somebody else, when someone's mad at somebody else, all they're doing is poisoning themselves. It doesn't poison the other person, right? So I guess some people could be jealous of who you are and what you're creating now, the light that you share, the person that you are now, the this is also some happy inner child kind of energy. You know, like say you found more of your purpose. And I heard in who you are and what you want. Just try to be, I guess the thing is, this is interesting reading. I guess the thing is, because you have this suspicion and this poise card, and what it's reminding me of is when we were in the South and a couple years ago, and there were a lot of wasps around, and I remember they would come a lot during the readings, and of course they could sting me, right? But they never did. And you know why? I generally was not afraid of them. So I didn't have a frictional energy, so they didn't come at me. And that's kind of what I'm saying is like, if you're not afraid, then maybe watch, I feel like you want to watch all the mutables. So Pisces, Sag, Virgo. But sometimes it would feel kind of close to me, and I would just have to close my eyes and breathe and wait a second, and it would go away. Because a part of this could be for some of you where you think, I don't know if you're getting down on yourself or maybe your own power. I don't know. What are you doing creatively, by the way? You have this creative and this positive card, which is so amazing. These are so good together. So create with positivity, right? If we want something to happen, put some love in it, right? Not that you gotta be, because what is it? I'm seeing the word bravery and courage. You know, that isn't doing something stupid. It's sometimes what it breaks down to is doing something without worrying about how other people feel about it, because you know that it's, well, I saw the word integrity, which is Capricorn, was talked about that. It's like interesting energy. You know, usually when a person's doing really good, sometimes we do have a little bit of where people get jealous. You know? Again, if you got that in your life, I would just, not like everybody's got to be happy-go-lucky here, but, and I would kind of say, if, it depends. I don't want to get into this too much, because I feel like we're talking more to like shadow kind of Gemini energy. I don't want to get into that. I guess don't let other people's unchecked shadow affect your light. Do you know what I'm saying? Because whatever you're creating right now has so much light and positivity again around it, right? I heard don't worry about whether people are going to like it or not. Be who you are. Okay, moving along. Cancer. Let's see, Cancer. What do we got going on? That's an interesting combo. Just a minute. So there's an attempt at pleasure. If something doesn't feel pleasing in the moment, try to take a moment from it. Try to distance yourself a little bit from it. I feel as if you've been going one way about something and it's not working. Sag talked about this. You're always connected for some reason lately. Try a different way. Do 180. There was an old Cancer reading called About Face, and it was about this, again, exactly doing this. So maybe for some of you, you need to turn your back on something. I could also see a dual message of who can you lean on like that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you got my back, right? I'm looking this way, you're looking that way, we lean on each other. That's the important part. If you feel like you can't lean on somebody, then I think you want to take distance from them. If you lean on somebody and it's prickly, you lean on something and you don't feel... Well, I heard if you don't feel safe, you got to figure that out. Interesting. What's that about? The attempt card. Emotion. Oh, I don't know when this was, but Cancer, I feel as if you have attempted to help others in the past, and it's like you got stung when you tried to help them. It wasn't reciprocal, maybe it was unrequited, I don't know. Or if it was pleasing, it was very short-lived. I heard, please don't allow these past situations. Let's take a wisdom from, oh my god, I forgot the songs for everyone thus far. We'll get into your music. Let's take some wisdom from Mr. Loudermilk. If the past calls you, let it go to voicemail. Oh, okay. If the past calls you, let it go to voicemail. Some of you block somebody. Or again, there's distance between things. Just let it go to voicemail, right? Let's see your song. Oh, I love this song. Let's see. So The Who, Eminence Front. The lyrics are this. The sun shines and people forget. The girls smile and people forget. Behind an eminence front, it's a put on. It says, come and join the party, dressed to kill. Won't you come and join the party? So maybe that's the thing, is some of you need to go out. You know, if you've been keeping distance from things, if you've been, like, for instance, say you've been trying to connect with somebody and they're not answering the phone. So you're the one it's going to voicemail. Go do your own thing. I heard they're not ignoring you, they're busy. And if they are ignoring you, well, then you doing your own thing. Don't put all your worth on somebody else, please. Do your own thing. That's what's important here. For instance, when I was having a hard time with somebody, when I was trying to figure out who my friends were, who was a healthy, like, family connection, things like this. If people would call me, I'd let it go to voicemail. And then I would check what they had to say. And it was weird because some people would call and just not leave a message. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't important. I guess they were calling about themselves and it wasn't having anything to do with me. You know? So who's a pleasure to... I want you to do things that are pleasing to you in this month. I feel like spending some time alone would also be really helpful some way or another. Whatever you've been doing, again, please do something different. It's not like you gotta trash everything that you're doing now. It's not, life is not bad here. It doesn't show me that. It just shows me that, no, you get the card confidence. I feel like that would help. It would just help something. And if this has to do with dating, this attempt at pleasure, it's like, dude, if you're trying to, if you reach out to somebody and they don't call you back, I heard, don't trip about that. Just let it be and let and see what happens, right? Especially if you're the feminine. See what comes to you this month. But remember that it's not going to come to you by hiding. You have to go out. Okay. I'm going to leave it like that. We got 2020. 2020. Hindsight's 2020. All right. Leo. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. Okay. So there's some kind... I love it. I love it. Okay. So you're steady. Okay. What made you feel peaceful when you were a little kid? Like, I want you to remember when you were alone, when you were a kid. I see this more outside, but where you would go. Imagine yourself outside when you were a kid. That's the exercise. Who's your childhood best friend? I know, lots of questions here. I feel like this time is, you have 3 C words, 3 C's. Constant, content, or content, and curiosity. I like the 3 C's. I'm also seeing this as communication, consideration, creativity. Maybe C words are important, or people that have a name that start with C. I feel like this month you are just, your ability to just be curious about things is really powerful. I feel like someone's kind of in their own world a little bit. They're like doing their own thing. Like Cancer, for instance, the sign before you was like, get out, do your own thing. It's like you are already like, I'm already doing my own thing. I don't have any, I don't have any issue being alone. Like, I'm not lonely when I'm alone. You're meant to be steady with something too. Maybe if you've made boundaries with something, you want to keep those boundaries. I feel like you're meant to spend some time alone this month too. Like doing your own thing, spending time with yourself, sitting in the grass. I heard get some nature around you. But I feel like for some of you, you want to be careful if you're walking in your bare feet, because you might step on like a... I'm seeing where someone steps on a yellow jacket hole, or just... It's not like be careful where you walk. There's another C word though, interesting. I guess what this shows me is that someone isn't afraid to change. There's another C word. If you're making anything creatively too, keep at it. Huh. Alright, I guess I went quiet. We're going to leave that like that so this isn't too long and I can actually upload it. I love this card. It's literally my favorite. I think it's my favorite card in the deck. This Curiosity card is so good. Be curious. Be creative. Be you, Leo. Alright, we're going to leave it like that. I hope this was helpful. Happy Virgo season. I love you all so much. Thank you for being a part of this place. Your wisdom and strength and intelligence, integrity, it's so beautiful. I really appreciate all your fine-tuning you've been doing in yourself to create a harmonious rhythm, you know? Keep up with that. All right. Love you. Peace.